In fact, there's a total of 10 changes to the side beaten at Villa. After a strong performance against Leeds under-21s just over a week ago, Cameron Byrne-Hughes comes in for Will Murdoch in goal. In front of him today are fullbacks James Overy and Dante Plunkett, Jayden Nagwashi with Dan Armour inside. Armour is the only starter retaining his spot from Monday's game. Zach Baumann forced 2 fantastic saves from Villa's goalkeeper on Monday as a substitute. He starts today in midfield with James Bailey and Amir Ibragimov ahead. Samuel Lussaul is a natural winger out on the right. Jim Thwaites will likely tuck inside from that left flank. Leading the line as captain is Victor Musa. Some strong options on the bench too for Lawrence in Murdoch, Camerson, Devaney and Jack Fletcher, as well as an under-14 in Gabriel. As for the visitors, Oliver Wood keeps goal behind a defence led by captain Coben Bird at right back. Young Louis Philpott is on the other side. Elton Simo and Jacob Howard are in between in a very youthful defence. Louis Whitehead and Callum Mills are in midfield behind number 10 Kenneth Mensah and Italian youth international Carrick Najinko and Logan White are the wingers either side of striker Lewis Peary, who signed from Aberdeen 2 years ago.
Just have to manage that situation. We are underway in the Under-18s Premier League North between Manchester United and Leeds United, and an early ball out to that right-hand side to find Samuel Lassalle. Washi. Ball forward to Ibragimov. Ball comes across, and Manchester United starting this game the way that we anticipated they would. They like to have the ball at their feet. They like to work their way through the lines. Bailey comes back to Ngwashi. Baumann gets it out from underneath his feet, but as he tries to play the pass to the onrushing James Overy, just slightly too far ahead of him. Well, that's decent for Victor Musa. Uses his strength brilliantly. Musa into the penalty area, gets the cross away, but can't find the red shirt. Down goes the Manchester United player. The offside flag, I think, has potentially gone up. Trying to figure out what's gone on, or maybe it is a penalty. Maybe the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. He has. Well, Ibragimov bursting into the penalty area manages to win his side a penalty, and United have got an opportunity from 12 yards out, and on the replay looks fair and square off it.
I was just going to say, Musa thought about passing it a little bit earlier, then delayed it a second, then the ball got cut out, but Thwaites just appeared there on the blind side of the Leeds defender, and I think that's the Leeds defender just swung his boot there, and the ref pointed no hesitation.
Oh, Musa sees the penalty save, turns home the rebound though. That's why you've got to be sharp. Keeper gets down really smartly to his right hand side, and Musa lashes home from close range, and real celebrations from Amir Ibragimov. Manchester United lead Leeds United by 1-0.
Just to start, we wanted we spoke about a few minutes ago. Strikes it well, keeper makes a great save, lifts it high, and then he's spot on to get onto the rebound right away. Typical striker, following in.
Yeah, it's really good reactions from Victor Musa. It's a good stop from Oliver Wood, but Musa quickest to react, and Ibragimov making his feelings known after the fact. 2.5 minutes gone. We said United would want to start strongly. There's a real chance here as well for Ibragimov, who smashes one goalwards, and it's just about blocked. Well, Manchester United have started in rapid fashion.
I was going to say, I don't know if there's a shout for a handball there or not, but it would be too much for the ref to give 2 penalties in a couple of minutes, I would have thought.
Didn't see too many in terms of appeals for that. I think you're right though, there's definitely a shout for it. Mills. Leeds find themselves a goal down early in this game. We had a pair of hat-tricks last time out when these two played each other. Manchester United might be thinking there's more goals on the cards here.
Well, I'd like to think so with most of the game to play, but positive start, that's the main thing.
Leeds coming in the opposite direction. Stolen away. Sal plays the ball back to the edge of the penalty area, and Ngwashi makes absolutely certain that he gets the ball away. James Overy looks to bring it under control, and it's knocked out for a throw.
He's done well controlling that ball when it came to him over it. Very sharp.
Brag him off. He's just impeded, and the referee gives the free kick United's way. That's good running from Thwaites. Uses his body to throw his opposition off and still manages to move the ball forward. Now needs to try and get it away. Hassled and harried. Eventually the referee says too much.
Yeah, he's done the hard bit, controlling the ball and getting away from his opponent.
Here comes LaSalle. Manages to find a yard of space, can get the cross away, stands it up to the back post, ends up floating it too far, and it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, positive play again from LaSalle. Trying to get into the box, get to the dead ball line. Just got right underneath that, just a bobble as he's crossed that to the back post, just a little bit too fast.
Jim Thwaites putting some pressure on the ball, helped out by Victor Musa. It's played out to Philpott. Simo comes back the other side, and Jacob Howard can run the ball clear. Early pass forward is overcooked somewhat by the lead centre half. That'll play. That'll be a Manchester United throw-in, and the positive position for the Reds. Beautiful, beautiful day to be playing football. Not too warm, plenty of sunshine. Just that wind whipping around that'll be causing some challenges.
Yeah, I'm sure they're used to that now. It's wide open here. Thankfully it's not too cold.
Nice and warm in the sunshine. That's a good ball from Jimmy Thwaites. LaSalle finds Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov to the byline, looks to squeeze it in at the near post. Cleared away by the goalkeeper. One back though by Baumann. Bauman's going to have a go. It's curling. Oh, it's hit the post and come away. Well, it didn't look like it stood any chance at all until it swerved towards goal. Ricochets off the upright.
Good effort. Better than a good effort. Great effort. As you say, it didn't look as if it was... The keeper wasn't really too interested, I don't think, but it certainly deviated with maybe a bit of wind helping it as well, but certainly a good effort from Baumann. Just sort of passed it in that far post and stuck.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? You can't give this Manchester United side any kind of space. Very strong. In goes Thwaites. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Wood. Tackle comes in from Baumann, but Leeds keep possession. Turn around the corner. One back by Overy. Good work that from Ngwashi. Slid it through for Victor Musa as well. Powering onto the end of this, needs a bit of help, manages to turn. Can he get his shot away? Does so, digs it out, tucks it home. Victor Musa doubles Manchester United's lead. It's 2-0 inside 8 minutes, and a brilliant bit of work from Manchester United's skipper. United 2, Leeds 0.
Yeah, he's gone over the pitch and you think he's missed his chance there really, but he's opened the goal up. Great ball from Nagashi to put him through. Takes a touch further away from the... surprised the goalkeeper there again. Woods is just rooted to the spot. And Gouache, like, coming forward with the ball, slots him through, looks as if he's just sort of taking it away, and the keeper gets just totally wrong-footed there. Great finish.
And the second of the day for Victor Musa. 1-0 from the penalty spot, 2-0. Very hard work indeed, and after a couple of hat-tricks last time out, already we've got a player on for a hat-trick here. Those players last time, I think, were Amir Ibrahimov and James Scanlon that both got hat-tricks. Victor Musa wants in on the party here at Carrington. Plenty of time to find that third as well with 81 minutes left in the game.
I'm sure he'll get plenty more chances as the game wears on.
Leeds looking to get the ball forward. You go 2-0 down this early, can dent your confidence somewhat. As Overy heads the ball away, looking for somebody out on this right-hand side, but can't find a red shirt. It's a good turn from Simo. Down the left to Logan White. White brings it infield. Sends it across to Jacob Howard. Now Whitehead. And Jinko tries to wriggle his way free, can't do so. Dante Plunkett keeping a very close watch on him. Jim Thwaites bundled to the ground. Referee says it's a Manchester United throw-in. Oh no, free kick. So the bundle to the ground was
a little bit too extreme, yeah.
Was what the referee spotted. Armour calmly back to Cameron Byrne-Hughes, playing his 10th game for the under-18s this season. Overy can't quite bring that under control. Headed away, brings that one down a little bit easier, and is then nudged off the ball. Referee gives the free kick, and the Australian's done well.
He's done really well there, and I'm sure the Leeds player was getting a shout from his teammates not to foul, because Overy looks as if he's boxed into the corner there. Wins a free kick, but he showed good control there, and he's done that on a few occasions when he's had it dead tight in front of us here in this touchline.
Byrne-Hughes lifts one into midfield where it's flicked on by LaSalle. Bursting run forward by Ibrahimov. His ball forward is deflected into the path of Thwaites, and Manchester United started again, but it's stolen back by Leeds. Back by Manchester United, Zach Bauman. LaSalle has some space here. Got Victor Musa in the middle. Decides that patience is the key to this one as Bauman wriggles towards the edge of the penalty area. Overy back to Bauman. Good turn from him. LaSalle knocks this one on down the right hand side. Overy's going to swing a great cross into the box, and it falls at the edge of the penalty area for Ibrahimov. Thwaites tries to dig out the shot, and it's blocked and cleared away.
Yeah, great ball in the box from Overy there, just dropping it on the penalty spot area.
He was in full flight as well, wasn't he? When he made the connection to put it into the penalty area. That's not an easy skill. Across it comes, Leeds looking to find a way back into the game. Overy comes across. Picked up by White. Comes back to Louis Whitehead. Brought forward by Jacob Howard. Lovely turn on the edge of the penalty area. Comes in from Mensah. Ball out to the right-hand side is cut out though. Manchester United smash it away.
Yeah, the first time that Leeds have actually put a few passes together and used the full width of the pitch. Must have been shell-shocked after going 2 goals down so early.
Adam Lawrence and Colin Little deep in conversation there. James Overy. Jayden Ngwashi. His heels clipped by Lewis Pyrie. Keeps his feet though. Gets the ball back to Cameron Byrne-Hughes. And now Danny Armour. Finds an absolutely beautiful crossfield ball from Danny Armour. And it's LaSalle into the penalty area. Slides one goalwards. Victor Musa for the hat-trick. And in 13 and a half minutes, Manchester United complete a 3-0 lead. All 3 of them coming from number 9 and captain Victor Musa.
Yeah, it was a fantastic ball from Armour there, diagonal, picking out Lusal. His first touch is great, sets himself up into the box, goes for the shot. Wood saves it with his feet, but lays it on a plate for Musa. Doesn't. He's done really well there, Lusal. Just a shot, just made it a little more power. He'd have scored, but obviously got it on target. That's the main thing. And it just drops kindly for Musa. Hat-trick after 13, 14 minutes.
Yep, 13 and a half minutes.
Can't-
Well, look, you were concerned about how this Manchester United side were going to bounce back from Friday night. I think you've had your answer in the opening quarter of an hour. Bit between the teeth, something to prove for this group of young Manchester United players. Victor Musa.
Can't argue with that.
Well, look, you've got to give credit to the ball across field from Danny Armour, which is absolutely unbelievable.
And Lusal's first touch of the ball takes them into the box. The defender's backtracking.
And then Victor Musa, credit to him for just gambling. Just chase the ball in, be ready.
He's in there, yeah. Just a typical striker.
Exactly.
Could come off the post of the goalkeeper on that occasion. It did come off the goalkeeper.
He's done really well. Referee's going to give that foul Leeds United's way. Just a little bit of a pullback there from Dante Plunkett. Such an entertaining group of players. It is an absolute joy to watch this group of under-18s. Has been all season, was all last season. If you've got a Manchester United friend who isn't subscribed to MUTV, they've got 5 more games of this season left to go. It's worth it just to see the under-18s and how they get on towards the end of the season. Point them our way, because why wouldn't you want to watch this on a Saturday morning? Leeds in possession, comes out to the left-hand side to find Philpott. Back across to Elton Simo. Now Lassalle begins the press. Callum Mills retreats. Back it goes to the goalkeeper, Oliver Wood. Wood's got Victor Musa lurking. Victor Musa with his confidence absolutely sky high. Feels like he stands a chance. Gets the ball here, Victor Musa, and immediately starts running towards the penalty spot, edge of the penalty area. Gets a left-footed shot away, scored again. Victor Musa, 4 in 16 minutes for Manchester United. They lead Leeds by 4-0. It's Victor Musa again.
Carbon copy of that shot that Bowman had, similar area. Curls that one in. Does fantastically well there. Doesn't go for power, just goes for placement in that far post. Giving the keeper no chance, really.
Well, when Victor Musa reads the match report later on, and it just reads Musa, 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 Musa. Yeah, I'd be having that framed and putting it on the wall, I think, especially against Leeds United.
Yeah, great finish there. As I say, carbon copy of the shot Bowman had 4 or 5 minutes ago. This time it creeps in.
There is a rather chunky goal difference between Manchester United and Manchester City at the top of the table. That goal difference was 11 at the start of the day. It is not 11 anymore. Now down to 7, the goal difference. Ball's out on that far side. Now, I'm not suggesting that goal difference might come into it at the end of the season, but you'd rather have it on your side than not.
It could do, yeah, exactly. You're doing yourself no harm. Try to claw back the deficit, and they've done that fantastically well in the first 20 minutes of this game. Well, not even 20 minutes yet.
Dante Plunkett steps in, and that is a foul. Just steps across, and Jinko. Free kick to Leeds, which is taken quickly. Back comes Ibrahimov to help out. So too James Bailey. Mills. This is Louis Whitehead. Finds Coburn Bird. Well, Bird loses his feet. Bauman quickly on top of him. strangle the life out of you, this Manchester United side. When they get the bit between their teeth, they do not want you to play. They force you backwards and force you backwards, and now Leeds, after being on the edge of the Manchester United penalty area, playing it across the back four. Given away. Pressure telling, and that ball through the middle finds Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov's touch takes out two Leeds United players who go tumbling to the ground. And now Ibrahimov's up to the edge of the penalty area. Ibrahimov into the box, pulls it back. He's going to win the corner. It's brilliant running from Amir Ibrahimov to give Manchester United the corner.
Yeah, getting to the dead ball line, beating his opponent, trying to cut it back. 3 or 4 red shirts piling into the box.
Well, the touch where he receives it in the centre of midfield is an absolute joy. It forces two Leeds players to collide with each other. They end up on their backsides and he just skips away. Manages to win this corner, which is going to be put into the box by the set-piece specialist for Manchester United, Jimmy Thwaites. Well, in at the near post is half cleared by Leeds. Taken back into the danger area though by Callum Mills. Turned over by Manchester United. Baumann evades the challenge. Second tackle comes in, and that will be a Leeds throw-in.
Yeah, made a fantastic start to this game. To get 4 goals up in the first 20 minutes is more than anybody could have asked for. But they've got to just keep it going now. Hopefully they will.
Ball down the left for Logan White to chase. White is up against Ngwashi. Ngwashi leans on him. Ball's gone behind and will be a goal kick. Shoulder to shoulder action. Referee saying there's nothing more in it.
He's just taking his time. Just
maybe a little fortunate, Arthur.
I think because he's so big, Ngwashi, compared to his opponent there, White, I think it was. It just looked as if he sort of maybe just leant into him. But you expect that if you're a forward playing against defenders.
James Overy nearly latches onto, nearly finds Victor Musa, who almost latches onto the pass forwards. Leeds have it back under their control. A little bit of a loose touch from Simo, so it goes back to the goalkeeper. Manchester United press, but Leeds escape. Mills comes back to Howard. Baumann working really hard in the centre of midfield, picks this up, comes out to LaSalle. LaSalle tries to feed that through to Musa, picks up the second ball. Overy to Baumann. Overy does the sensible thing, sends it into midfield where Danny Armour takes over for Manchester United. Bailey. Thwaites just trying to keep himself clear of Coburn Bird. A couple of little nibbles at him, and eventually the referee says, yeah, that's one nibble too many. Free kick Manchester United.
Yeah, I thought he was going to give it a little bit earlier than that. Thwaites just working his way over the field with the ball after controlling it wide.
Referee wants that free kick taken again because he was in the middle of talking to Jim Thwaites. Referee allows it to be taken now, and we are back underway. Slid down the right-hand side brilliantly again to Samuel LaSalle. Lovely bit of skill to get him to the edge of the penalty area. Flicks it round the corner to Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov's cross stood up towards the back post, but just can't quite wrap his boot around it to stand it up for Victor Musa, who was arriving.
Yeah, positive play again from Ibrahimov and LaSalle again. LaSalle getting the ball out his feet and driving it towards his Leeds defence. Made a good start.
Ibrahimov, yeah, he has. He really has. Ibrahimov himself has got 7 goals this season.
Yeah, you forget about that, don't you? All the players that are chipping in with goals because you're concentrating and you see strikers scoring all the time.
Yeah. See James Scanlon with, what is it, 16, 17 goals that he's got this season if you include the under-19s UEFA Youth League campaign. Chido Obi, who of course has got 12. That's one back by Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov has got Musa. Ibrahimov's been taken out off the ball there. He's lying flat on his back. Musa, edge of the penalty area, wriggling free from a couple of tackles, going to try and get the left-footed shot away. Bats it back for him, lashed home. This is unbelievable stuff from Victor Musa. He's scored a 5th in 25 minutes. He's running at a goal every 5 minutes in this game. Manchester United lead by 5 goals to 0, and you don't have to worry about remembering who the goal scorers have been, because it's all Victor Musa.
Yeah, Ibrahimov just gets taken down and decked there, but Musa works his way across the 18-yard box. It looks as if he's just angling to hit a shot, which he does do, gets blocked, comes right into his path again, hits it on the half volley in the top corner. When it's your day, it's your day. The initial shot just gets blocked and comes right back to him. Doesn't have to, well, just steps right onto it, thunders it in.
Absolutely thumped home by Victor Musa. He's almost run out of celebrations, Victor Musa. He scored that many early in this game. Just a unstoppable force at times, this Manchester United side, Arthur.
Oh, they've been relentless. Well, for what, 25 minutes now. It's just, Leeds must be just shell-shocked at what's happened. Fantastic hit again there. Ball came right back to him and dropped into his path, hitting the half volley, giving Wood no chance.
Well, some 25 minutes we've seen, sort of a quarter of the way through the game, and Manchester United absolutely flying. Away by Oliver Wood. Again, though, that Manchester United press comes, and it's won by Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov just can't bring it under control. He was stretching for it, wasn't he, as he tried to intercept it, and it looped back up into the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, winning the ball off this Leeds defence, who are trying to get out. Almost dropped into Musa's path again.
Well, Manchester United looking to win that ball back in midfield. Through the lines it comes, and a good starting position from Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Collects it in front of Logan White. Overy. Musa has his heels clipped. Astonishing, really. This Manchester United under-18 side have come flying out of the traps this morning. I wonder how much fire in the belly from that disappointment of Friday night, and they've all just sort of got together and gone, no, that's not gonna fly for us.
Yeah, well, maybe the coaches have said to them, look, the season's not over. You've got to get this points deficit back.
Musa again, real chance. Oh, it's over the top. He's just skipped in between 2 Leeds United defenders with the outside of his left boot and then got the shot away. He's just got underneath it. This is an incredible touch. Just gets in between 2 of them here. Oh, it's lovely. Bursts through. Just can't get the shot on target.
Try to curl it into that far post, which the goalkeepers actually must be fed up with balls flying into that far post or towards that area.
Not been given a chance really with any of the goals. Did really well to save the penalty from 1-0, but Musa just reacting faster than everybody. Everyone since then. He's had absolutely no chance with. Free kick is Manchester United's now. This is right in Jim Thwaite's wheelhouse.
Yeah, good.
20 yards out.
Good challenge from Ibrahimov there to win the ball back. Sort of just outside the 18-yard box. As you say, it's dropped in the Thwaites area. He'll behind it, but he's placed the ball down already. He's right on top of it.
Yeah, nobody's taking this one off Jimmy Thwaites. Referee walks the wall back to where it should be. Thwaites standing over this. He has scored some absolutely magic free kicks for Manchester United this season. Puts this one towards goal. He scored another one. Jim Thwaites with another piece of free kick magic for Manchester United. We've not been playing half an hour and Manchester United lead Leeds United by 6 goals to 0.
He's so consistent when he hits these free kicks. Almost everyone he's hit this season is almost on target. Up and down over the wall. Woods is coming flying. He knows where it's going. Can't get there. Might have just got a hand to it.
Unbelievable, isn't it? He strikes it so well, Arthur.
Yeah, some people have got that technique to do that, haven't they? And he's certainly got it.
Smiles all round. Spare a thought, ladies and gentlemen, for the match editor today, who has got to try and get these highlights into under 2 minutes. Good luck. Manchester United absolutely flying here. And again, I'll point you back to that goal difference, which was 11 at the start of play today. We're down to 5. Still with an hour of this game left to go. Wind whips around the Carrington Training Centre. Clearance from the goalkeeper Wood. Bounces over the head of Armour. Manages to get himself back in a decent position. 2 hands on the shoulders of Lewis Pyrie. Referee with a little decision to make here, I think, because could well be a free kick for Leeds.
Yeah, he's blowing there.
I think it will probably be a yellow card for Danny Armour as well.
No,
it's for the Leeds striker, Lewis Pyrie.
I thought he'd give them a free kick, but he's not. It's an offside decision, I think. Looks as if there was a little bit of grappling.
6 and 2 threes.
Yeah.
It's actually good refereeing, I think, in the end. Pyrie gives Manchester United the possession. Lewis Pyrie just needs to be a little bit careful because he's already gone in the book for dissent 30 seconds ago and he's still frustrated with the decisions that are being made.
Yeah, you can understand them being frustrated as well with the team getting off to such a terrible start.
Ibrahimov just gets himself away, gets the clearance to Lassale. Overeat, chasing. United side works so hard for one another all the time. You see the Ibrahimov covering up right back there as James Overeat looks to go and press the ball.
Bailey coming over as well from the other side to help out there.
Brilliant work ethic from this team. Listening to a podcast special that was done about the Manchester United Academy where they spoke to Adam Lawrence and Colin Little. Really, really interesting to sort of hear their philosophies about how they go about things. It's very close from Samuel Lassale. Mills manages to get it past Baumann. Baumann, though, chases it down, makes the challenge. Comes away to Mensah. Calmly back to Cameron Byrne-Hughes, who drills a low pass into the feet of Jimmy Thwaites.
Yeah, great control as well.
Left it over the top. Very nearly landed at the feet of the running Dante Plunkett. Mensah. Now Leeds with some space down the right-hand side. This is Coburn Bird against Dante Plunkett. Bird skips away. Thwaites back and helping out. Comes back to Whitehead. And now Njinko. Collision on the edge of the penalty area. Referee says Jim Thwaites has been a little over-exuberant. Gives Leeds the free kick. It's probably a good decision.
Yeah, right in front of the referee.
So, first set-piece opportunity for Leeds United in this game. Been playing 35 minutes. And Leeds have yet to muster anything in terms of troubling Manchester United defensively. Ball's into the penalty area, comes all the way through the box, left alone by everybody. Behind it goes for a goal kick.
Decent ball in that as well. It's right over the 6-yard line. Just nobody's went for it. Just let it go.
Sal collects. Lovely bit of skill from Samuel Lassalle. Lovely covering defending too from Louis Philpott. Going to be a free kick for Manchester United, I think. Taken quickly. Comes back to Baumann. Bailey. Across to Armour. No foul, says the referee on Jim Thwaites. So Njinko forward to Lewis Pyrie. That is some challenge from James Overy as he comes across. Referee is going to give the offside there against Lewis Pyrie, but just a moment to appreciate the challenge that came from the fullback Arthur.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's going to be offside. He's covering in there.
What a tackle.
Had to be right, otherwise Perry was going to take a touch and be through.
Now, you and I are somewhat older than these under-18s, Arthur. We are of a generation that appreciated a full-blooded challenge, and that was one of those. Won the ball cleanly.
He's done everything right, covering in round his two centre-backs as the ball come in. He's had a good, he's yet another one. He's had a decent start to the game. Overy playing in a position that he's not too familiar with. That we've seen him playing in midfield before.
United trying to prevent Leeds from getting out. Baumann makes the interception. Lands at the feet of Philpott. Now trying to bring the ball away again. Musa just got a little too tight there. Gives away the free kick. Musa puts himself in a brilliant position there. Just prevents that crossfield ball, which is what they're looking for. Forces Leeds to play it into a more congested area. Bodies everywhere for Manchester United, and Leeds just have no way through.
Yeah, they've got to go square or go back. They're trying to pick a pass out for a striker, but there's nothing on for them.
That's intelligent ball forward from Callum Mills. Just doesn't quite get the execution right. That's a dangerous looking pass from Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Eventually,
Yeah,
the referee's going to give the free kick, I think, to Leeds.
Yeah, he's rolled the ball out to Bowman there, and you've got to be 100% sure there's no... Looks a little bit like a free kick for Leeds there.
I think that's what he's given. So Manchester United defending the set piece. I have a funny feeling that Zach Baumann might not be thanking his goalkeeper too much for that ball out there. It was a tricky one on the edge of the penalty area.
You're going to get closed down quickly, not just from one side, from both sides. If you're in the middle of the pitch, it's got to be spot on.
Playing 38 minutes, United lead Leeds by 6-0. Free kick is put towards goal, but straight down the throat of the goalkeeper Cameron Byrne-Hughes from Logan White. Out it comes to Samuel Lassalle. Lassalle is going to try that run down the left-hand side this time, and he's up to the edge of the penalty area too. It's brilliant work from Lassalle, who is being pulled back and pulled back and pulled back, but not enough to give the free kick away.
Yeah, he's had a really good start to the game. He's been involved in quite a few incidents. Was getting impeded there as he works his way into the box. Eventually overruns it.
Back it comes to Simo's, being closed down by Samuel Lassalle on the other side of the pitch now. Talk about getting your steps in, Arthur. Chance again in the penalty area. Real opportunity. It's 7. It's Jim Thwaites with his second of the day. An error at the back from Leeds. Turned over by Ibrahimov. Finished off nicely by Jim Thwaites. And it's Manchester United 7, Leeds United 0 inside 40 minutes.
Yeah, Ibrahimov wins the ball back there. Under pressure. Keeper Wood taking a touch again. Ibrahimov does well to read it. Thwaites just calmly rolls the ball into the net. Can't argue with that either.
Just heard from Adam Lawrence on the touchline there, applauding the unselfishness of, or the selflessness, that's probably the right word, of Amir Ibrahimov, who had every right to take that on himself after he wins it back, but realises he's got a teammate in a better position in Jimmy Thwaites, who lashes home. Well, look, Manchester United are flying. 7th heaven inside 40 minutes for Manchester United.
And working hard to get the ball back again, which they've won.
Ball's over the top, and it's a chance for Ibrahimov on his own here. Lays it off again. It's another opportunity. It's another goal, and it's Ibrahimov provider one more time. A second hat-trick, this time for Jimmy Thwaites. Manchester United, with 5 minutes to go to the break, lead Leeds by 8-0. Hat-tricks for Victor Musa and Jimmy Thwaites, and a hat-trick of assists for Amir Ibrahimov.
Yeah, Ibrahimov's done ever so well again. Rolling the ball to Thwaites. Again, you've got to finish it, and he's done this one no problem at all.
It's a great finish this is from Jimmy Thwaites.
Yeah, obviously he's a little bit further out than the previous one just a few minutes ago. He's farther in the top corner.
And the goal difference is down to 3. To Manchester City at the top of the under-18s Premier League North. Five points was the difference between top of the table Manchester City and second place Manchester United at the start of play today, and an 11-goal difference between the two of them as well. Just more on that in a moment, as Manchester United trying to get out here. Calm as you like. Back it goes to Burn Hughes, who plays a cute little pass to Danny Armour on the edge of the penalty area. Manchester United might be able to get out here. They do really well. Bailey putting in tackles, but Leeds have turned it over. Edge of the penalty area. Baumann steps in, makes the challenge. Referee says that's clean and tidy. And away it goes, and Lassalle is away down the right-hand side again. It's opening up for Manchester United once more with 3 minutes to go before the break. Lassalle into the penalty area. Drives the cross in. Deflected away at the near post, and Leeds hurry it clear.
Yeah, I've said it many a time. Lassalle's driving into the box and getting to that dead ball line, trying to cut a ball back for his fellow red shirts.
Ibrahimov is felled on the edge of the penalty area. Referee blows for the free kick. Ball ends up in the back of the net anyway from a shot from Zach Baumann. But the referee has already said that Ibrahimov has been bundled over. This is the challenge, and I think the referee's got that one right as well, Arthur.
Yeah, just a challenge from the White player. White there from behind, no intention or didn't get any connection with the ball. You can understand the frustration. I've never played in a game where you've been in a scoreline like this. It's just could even be more.
Jim Thwaites again. Bends it goalwards. Goalkeeper gets down smartly to make a save, while Oliver Wood didn't know that was going to take the deflection that it did, but he got to it and he kept it out. Danny Armour is going to take no chances here. 8-0 Manchester United lead. The first 5 goals coming from Victor Musa, the next 3 from Jimmy Thwaites. And Manchester United are absolutely flying into half-time. I'm going to try and bring you some Ruben Amorim at half-time. Just depends how long it takes us to get through all the goals to show you again. Could be here until full-time the way this is going. Bailey into Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov finds Lassalle. Lassalle into the penalty area, looks to get the cross away. bouncing inside the box. Victor Musa steps round it, looks to get his left-footed shot away. Plays this in to Plunkett. Plunkett gets to the byline, looks to turn, it's knocked out for a corner.
Yeah, they're just relentlessly winning the ball back. Leeds getting caught in their own areas again. Defensively.
I don't know what you do if you're Leeds here. I mean, Rob Etherington has got a right job at half-time talking to his side. Adam Lawrence has a decidedly easier job to do at the break. Whipped in near post, bouncing all the way through the penalty area. It is Ngwashi that gets his head on it. It's going to be collected by LaSalle. Turns brilliantly, lovely footwork from LaSalle. And he's dispossessed. Overy running to get back here. Baumann intercepts. A lovely touch from Baumann and a good pass from LaSalle. Leeds that come away with it though. This is a dangerous position for the visiting side. Edge of the penalty area, shot comes in, and it's Danny Armour that gets back across to put the block in on Callum Mills.
And even then, Ibrahimov is sprinting to get back and help Armour out there. And all his players that he's been used to being in the attacking half of the field, but to show him running back to try to help out Armour there, who got a great defensive block on that.
Even looking at this through the prism as that looks to be a foul on Jimmy Thwaites, sorry, Ibrahimov not going to be given. LaSalle looks to press the ball. Leeds under pressure. James Bailey. Ball goes out to the right-hand side. Chance here maybe for Njinko to get a ball across the penalty area. Thwaites looks to make the challenge. Wins the ball brilliantly and is helped out too by a couple of teammates. Brilliant stuff from Jimmy Thwaites. Then he loses out. Ball comes into the middle. Pyrie with the chance and then it's lifted over the top. Well, a couple of opportunities to get that ball clear. Well fought for by Carrick and Njinko over on that far side. Well, we're into stoppage time at the end of the first 45. I mean, if we're doing 30 seconds a goal, we could be here a while. Overy goes free. Even, as I was saying, Arthur, even looking at this through the prism of these under-18s and how brilliant they've been this season, this is a quite extraordinary opening 45 minutes.
Yeah, they've looked as if they're going to score every time they've got the ball anywhere near Leeds' defensive area.
Another opportunity here for Dante Plunkett. Takes on Coburn Bird and gets away. Manchester United in a really good position here. Edge of the penalty area. Falls to Victor Musa. Well, Musa has made it 6 goals for him in the first 45 minutes. The half-time whistle goes. Manchester United lead by 9 goals to 0. But Victor Musa with a double hat-trick, if that's even a thing, inside the first 45 minutes. Jim Thwaites with 3 goals inside 45 minutes, and Manchester United lead by 9 goals to 0. Arthur Ulverston.
Incredible. Plunkett's done all the work there, getting to the dead ball line, and if you get to the dead ball line and knock the ball into the box, you have a chance. It comes off a Leeds defender, sticks a leg out. Fantastic control from Musa. He's that close, he's just got to make sure he gets it on target, which he does. 2 match balls for him in the first half.
Absolutely unbelievable from this Manchester United side. They lead at half-time by 9 goals to 0. Musa, Jim Thwaites, Victor Musa. Manchester United 9, Leeds United 0. We're underway in the second half. Leeds get us started and Manchester United lead by 9 goals to 0 after the first 45 minutes. The ball is back with Oliver Wood. United quickly pressing. Jimmy Thwaites inside the penalty area looking to apply some pressure to the ball. Given away early doors. Dante Plunkett tries to win that back. Danny Armour is just going to get his heels in the way. Flicks up in the air and out of play for a throw-in. United starting exactly the way they finished the first half. Two teams, Manchester United have got Cameron Byrne-Hughes in goal, Plunkett, Armour and Gwashi, and Overy is the back four from left to right. James Bailey and Zach Bauman in holding midfield roles, Thwaites, Ibrahimov and Lassalle behind Victor Musa up front. Run you through the Leeds team in just a second once this ball is cleared away. Jimmy Thwaites just makes a misconnection with that, and Leeds looking to try and put this back into a dangerous area. Back by Zach Bauman, who turns away. So Leeds have got Oliver Wood in goal, Bird, Howard, Simo and Philpott the back four, Whitehead and Mills in midfield, and then that front four, White on the left and Jinko on the right, Mensah behind Pyrie. Plunkett to Thwaites. Thwaites digs out the cross towards the back post. He's brought down by Ibrahimov. Just brings the ball calmly under control. Gonna try and run this out to the right-hand side. Goes the long way round, Amir Ibrahimov, but does get Manchester United moving. This is Lassalle, back heel to Ibrahimov. Gets the cross in at the near post. It's claimed by Oliver Wood.
Yeah, good positive play again from United, going from one side of the pitch to the other.
Again, the press comes from Manchester United. Leeds having to work very hard to even get themselves out of their own penalty area. We have had a change for Leeds United as well. Bring that to you in just a second. I think that is Makiewicz, who's on the field for Leeds United, number 13. Try and figure out who has left the field shortly. Ball is being brought away. And a play over on that far side. It is Makiewicz that's on, and it'll either be Jacob Howard or Elton Simo that has left the field. Looks like Elton Simo. So that's the change for Leeds United at the break. United look to bring the ball forward again. All the way through to Oliver Wood. Picked up by Plunkett. Zach Bauman. Clumsy tackle. Referee gives the free kick. Kenneth Mensah just grabs hold of his lower back there, but he's just a little bit on the late side. Bailey, Plunkett drives to the byline, gets the cross away. It's turned behind. I think that's corner. Come off the goalkeeper.
Yeah, good play again from Plunkett, getting forward. He did it in the latter stages of the first half. Just going to creep into the near post there. Wood's got his foot to it.
Thwaites with the left wing corner. Right-footed delivery is a deep one. Headed down, cleared away. Picked up by Bailey. Swings another ball into the penalty area. All the way back across to Jimmy Thwaites. Thwaites is going to have a go at the near post. It's parried away by the goalkeeper. It's in play, but one back by Plunkett and Thwaites. Ibrahimov. James Overy finds a seam to run into. Turns and rolls it out to Lassalle. Bailey under a little bit of pressure, does well to keep his feet. Confirmation of that substitution on your screen now. Makiewicz on for Leeds United. Bauman brings the ball down. That's a lovely flick round the corner. Possession-based football again, Arthur, for Manchester United. They're so difficult to take the ball off.
Yeah, just keep the ball moving. If you
Musa brings it down, Gives this to Bailey. Lets it run across him. Oh, Bailey with a fine finish into the top left-hand corner. And Manchester United hit double figures. James Bailey with a rocket of a left foot makes it Manchester United 10, Leeds United 0.
We didn't have to speak that much about Bailey in the first half because he was doing all his work helping out with other midfield players. Certainly there, he's just fired that in 15, 16 yards out.
Well, it stayed hit, didn't it?
It's given with no chance again. Keepers are like never going to get anything near that.
I'm not sure two goalkeepers are getting anywhere near it. James Bailey with the rifled effort adds his name to the score sheet. It's 10-0. He's the third name on the score sheet. 10-0, 3 names. Musa pressing, was a very nearly a short back pass. Leeds are now in trouble again inside their penalty area. Decide that discretion is the better part of valour, so go long. It's actually a really good decision because it's got them out here and they're on the run with Njinko in the penalty area. Gets the ball across, turned away by the retreating Manchester United defenders.
Yeah, the ref blew for that right away. But the captain just having a little bit of a nibble with Thwaites there.
Bailey just staying ahead of Mensah, who is just trying to edge on the physical side, isn't he, Kenneth Mensah, at the moment? He's just trying to get a little bit of a body contact wherever he possibly can. It's not really working for him at the moment. It's very nearly won back by Jimmy Thwaites. Instead it comes through to Coburn Bird. Njinko to Mensah. Moves it on to Matkiewicz. Bird. Matkiewicz. To that far side. Sal sticks with the runner. How difficult, Arthur, for Manchester United to keep the levels the same as they were in the first 45 minutes? I mean, you're leading by 10 goals to 0. You could be excused for you not having the same intensity as you did in the opening 25 or 30 minutes, for example.
I'm sure the coaching staff would have said, well, you've got to try and keep that up. Don't get too sort of blasé and run with the ball and dribble with it. Just keep moving the ball, keep passing, keep doing what you've been doing.
Oh, that's a brilliant effort. I think it's hit the side netting rather than squeezed in at the near post, but Cameron Byrne-Hughes was just a little concerned for a moment.
Keep doing what you're doing and don't get too sort of comfortable really, and just start the game as if it's 0-0 and start the second half.
Yeah, it's a rifled effort by Logan White. All in midfield, Baumann gets a touch to it, wins the second tackle as well. Dante Plunkett returns this to Byrne-Hughes, the goalkeeper. Baumann, oh, has his pocket picked, poked goalwards. Well, Leeds have got one back. Manchester United just a little bit on the sleepy side, on the edge of the penalty area. Have the ball stolen away from them, and decent finish in the end to make it 10-1.
Yeah, it happened a couple of times in the first half. If you're getting the ball rolled into the middle of the pitch, you've got to be 100% sure you can sort of turn with it and get on with it. Bowman just gets dispossessed there. Mensah on top of it right away.
Doesn't quite get the shout, I don't think. Doesn't realise that Kenneth Mensah is there. That might wake Manchester United back up after making it 10-0. Leeds have got themselves what at the moment looks like a consolation. Musa turns well on the edge of the penalty area, gets away from one challenge, runs straight into another challenge, and the referee blows for the free kick, and we'll have a word here. Wants to make sure that Louis Whitehead knows that he's not going to get another one of those. Makiewicz that's made the tackle, actually. Take it back, Louis Whitehead. Well, Jim Thwaites standing over one, and as we've already spoken about, this is exactly his kind of range. Looks up, hits it goalwards, deflects off the wall, is going to go behind for a corner. And Wall doing its job.
Yeah, this one more central, so he could take his pick either side of the goal, whichever he wanted to do.
Here's the delivery from the left wing corner from Jimmy Thwaites into the middle, headed goalwards, but not enough power generated on that to trouble Oliver Wood, who scoops it up. Coburn Bird steps away from Thwaites. Baumann steps in to engage, tidied up by James Overy. Sale. Referee says play on from that foul on James Overy. Ibrahimov keeps it away from Mensah. Wants to tuck that back in field to Thwaites. It's intercepted. Ibrahimov. Been involved in everything that Manchester United have done so far today, Amir Ibrahimov, and here he is again. Some days you just have those performances, don't you, where the ball is attracted to you like a magnet. It's the kind of day Ibrahimov is having for Manchester United. Baumann fighting for this, comes away with it too. Zach Baumann finds LaSalle. Ibrahimov. Bailey. Musa. Musa and Makiewicz having a bit of a wrestling match. United come away with it. Thwaites finds Bailey. Little bit late, but Manchester United keep possession. Into the penalty area goes Ibrahimov. Referee says there's no penalty as the United number 10 goes down inside the penalty area. Well, there's a couple of fouls in there potentially that could have been given. The referee hasn't given either. Ibrahimov slow to get back to his feet, and Leeds on the march down the right hand side. They go into the penalty area again. Shot is blocked. Thwaites into the path of LaSalle. Little pull back at his shirt. Referee's going to allow play to continue. Ibrahimov down the right, charging towards the penalty area again. Just needs a helping hand here. Amir Ibrahimov gets it in James Overy. Bailey gets it back from Thwaites. Thwaites can have a go from distance, just gets underneath it and lifts it over the top. Played an hour, Manchester United lead Leeds by 10 goals to 1. Don't see that scoreline very often, Arthur.
No, you don't. Once in a blue moon. But they've done all the hard work very, very early in the game to get 3-0 up within, well, Musa's hat-trick was 15 minutes, was it?
Yeah. I think he completed his hat-trick in less than 25. Less than 25 minutes, didn't he? So, incredible. Incredible. I think you're right, 14 and a half minutes for the first 3, 25 for the next 3. Changes coming for Manchester United. Danny Armour just evades trouble. A little bit late from Coburn Bird, a little bit unnecessary. Carried forward. Gouache. Baumann lifts that out to LaSalle. Manages to get between two of them, and he's into the penalty area again. Gets the cross away. It's well claimed by Oliver Wood. Needed to be as well, because if that gets past him, I think Dante Plunkett is lurking at the back post.
Yeah, LaSalle again getting to that dead ball line. He's done that ever so well throughout the first half and continue into the second half. He's usually plays up front. Well, that's where we've seen him, but he's played wide right today and done really well.
Well, one back by Plunkett. Bailey. Carried on by Ngwashi. Going to be tidied up by Danny Armour. United just controlling the game, Arthur. Now they know that, as you've already said, the hard work's been done early in the game. Now just need to manage it.
Just keep doing the exact things that got them into this position.
That was the most nonchalant spectator header I think I've ever seen in my entire life. That's absolutely unbelievable. Gets floated out onto the far side. He didn't move an inch. Whoever that is, sign him up. A couple of changes coming here. First change will be for Leeds United. Oh, sorry, for Manchester United. And it's Jim Thwaites that makes way after his hat-trick. And Gabriel coming onto the field for Manchester United. Youngster. Not unusual to see youngsters given an opportunity at this level. Playing up slightly. It'll certainly just be an opportunity to see what he's got about him at a level maybe slightly higher than he's used to playing. So the change sees Oliver Boast onto the field for Leeds United. Long ball over the top. Leeds in a good position here. That's a lovely block. So Carrick and Jinko has made way for Leeds. Gabriel engages to try and win this one back. Goes Ibrahimov, but it's Leeds that come away with it. Baumann gets a toe to it. Finds Gabriel. A little bit of pushing and shoving from Lewis Pyrie, but Ibrahimov just bounces off those challenges. Looks to play the ball back to the goalkeeper, and it takes a deflection off the Leeds centre forward. Back it goes to Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Out to Danny Armour. Armour finds Musa. Musa with a lovely bit of chest control to find Dante Plunkett, who's into the penalty area. Dante Plunkett gets it across to Gabriel. Gabriel's effort is blocked away. Well, that was a cutting counter-attack, wasn't it, from Manchester United. Gabriel keeps hold of the ball. Sends it back across, looking for Baumann, but the pass is slightly misplaced, and Leeds can bring it clear. Game's still got a bit of life to it, Arthur.
Yeah, great chest control there from Musa. And Gabriel went for placement with his right foot there, just got blocked.
Just a short break in play. Whilst bootlaces are being retied. Throw in from Plunkett. Boast is trying to put some pressure on at the back, but Manchester United play it back out to the left-hand side where it's given away. Has to be put behind by Danny Armour. Leeds just applying a little bit of pressure. Manchester United with some defending to do. It's well stopped by Cameron Byrne-Hughes. Wants to get Manchester United moving as well. Ibrahimov down the right hand side to LaSalle. LaSalle looking to get onto the end of his own pass. Cleared by Howard. It's all the way back to the goalkeeper Byrne-Hughes. Wind assisted somewhat. Armour. Puts that into the gap. That's a lovely ball from Danny Armour. Found Plunkett. Plunkett in the penalty area. Going to get the shot away. Well, Victor Musa, I think quite rightly saying the square ball was on there, and Dante Plunkett maybe saw his opportunity to get himself on the score sheet.
Yeah, 2 or 3 red shots to his right there. Could have laid it on a plate there for any one of them, really. Ibrahimov further up. Musa.
What's the opposite of scoreboard pressure? Plunkett getting himself into a positive position and backing himself. Adam Lawrence, can't imagine there's going to be too much that he's upset about with this performance from Manchester United. Armour to Plunkett. Field to Bailey. That's not the easiest to deal with. Makiewicz having to get on the end of this. He's being tracked by Victor Musa. It's been given away. Plunkett can't reel it in. Coburn Bird a little upset that that ball wasn't just rolled into his feet. Manchester United delighted they've been given possession back. Gabriel goes down under the challenge. Not sure who the free kick was to, Arthur.
I think Bailey actually just passed it towards Gabriel, but he wasn't ready for it, I don't think. Was it? Or wasn't? I've never seen it.
Wasn't looking. Ball is with Kenneth Mensah, the goal scorer for Leeds United. Out it comes to Lewis Pyrie. He's going to try and take on Dante Plunkett. A little bit of pushing and shoving, but Plunkett retains his balance. Musa rolls this into the feet of Gabriel, and now a chance for Manchester United to wriggle their way forward again. It's well done to find Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov looking for the reverse pass. Ibrahimov on that occasion will be penalised for the free kick. And the referee just asking Amir Ibrahimov maybe to calm things down slightly. More changes coming for Manchester United. I'm not sure this is what Leeds United would like to see, as the trio of Jayden Camerson, Jack Fletcher and Jacob Devaney about to come on for Manchester United. And Ibrahimov, Bauman and Overy make way. So, I mean, talk about depth on your bench. Manchester United are leading 10-1 and bring 3 of what they would probably call their starting players into the team, Arthur. That's I'm not sure that's what you want to see if you're Leeds United.
No, we'll bring some of the first team players on now.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because there's no real first team players for these under-18s. They change so
squad,
often. But you know, you look at maybe the players that would start in an FA Youth Cup game. 3 of them have just come off the bench, and you're leading 10-1 with 20 minutes to play. Devaney just dinks a ball over the top. LaSalle going to back himself to get there again, fighting for it. It's going to go out for a corner. He's run his legs off today, Samuel LaSalle.
He's done really well. Seen a lot of the ball in the first half, not so much in the second, but certainly done the damage in the first half. Helped to do the damage for Musa and the Ibrahimov.
Jack Fletcher. Whipped in. Headed down towards goal by Victor Musa. Almost headed it too far down because it hit the turf and looped up in the air, which gave it enough time for Oliver Wood to get underneath it. Musa is still lurking though. Goalkeeper Wood gets it to Makiewicz. Coburn Bird. It's a lovely turn from Kenneth Mensah to get them away. Forward now by Louis Philpott. Back it comes to Mensah. Philpott takes over again, looks to get a left-footed shot away, clatters it into the defender. Plunkett. Referee says there's no foul there. Whitehead comes across through the feet of Philpott. Back to Makiewicz. To Musa, trying too hard to win that ball back. It's not a bad ball at all to find Coburn Bird. Bird's going to have a go from distance. Cameron Byrne-Hughes quickly across the turf. Quite sure he was anticipating the fullback taking it on from there.
Yeah, good control by the captain, Bird. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, or looked like a shot in the end.
I like that somebody asked Sandro Tonali in midweek whether or not his effort for Newcastle, which was absolutely incredible, was a shot or a cross, and he said 70% a cross. No, which means it was a cross.
Yeah, 99% cross, I think it was.
70% across. Okay. Almost dragged under his control by Bailey, but instead turned over by Leeds United. Fletcher not going to get there. Danny Armour's going to have to try and get to Lewis Pyrie here. Puts another good block in. How many times has he done that today, Danny Armour, where he's just been in the right place at the right time?
Yeah, you just feel as if you're repeating yourself all the time, because a good tackle goes in, it reads the situation well all the time.
No harm in repeating it, I don't think, as Camerson starts to make a move down that right-hand side. LaSalle, back to Camerson. Back to Samuel LaSalle. Devaney. Camerson. LaSalle back to Devaney. Manchester United just playing keep ball with 15 minutes of this game left to play. Made it 10-0 at the beginning of the second half. Leeds have had one back. And now Manchester United moving again with Fletcher to Musa. Musa's left-footed effort loops up off the deflection and behind it goes for a corner. Different age groups coming off their pitches after their games have finished will be asking, what's the score here? Somebody's going to have to say to him it's currently 10-1 to Manchester United. Corner drilled in low, turned away to the edge of the penalty area. Leeds are going to latch onto the end of it. Maybe a break on here. United making those recovery runs, and look how many players Manchester United have got back behind the ball. Still willing to do the work, still willing to do what they need to get this result over the line. That will be a free kick. Gwashi clearly felled as he was trying to protect the ball. That's a good tackle. I think that's one foul, and there's another one. So yeah, definitely a free kick. Forward by Devaney. He's trying to bend that into the path of Dante Plunkett, but just a little bit too much on it. The wind certainly helping. Fletcher fighting for that one, just can't quite get on the end of it. It's well won back by Jaden Camerson. James Bailey takes over. Outside of his boot, finds LaSalle. Still running, Samuel LaSalle. Looks to get the cross in, deflects behind for another Manchester United corner.
Yeah, he's been very positive. Say it again, LaSalle. He gets the ball at his feet as soon as he gets it and looks to attack you, which defenders don't like.
So right wing corner, Fletcher will deliver left-footed. Whips it in towards the goalkeeper, headed down and in. Well, Danny Armour has absolutely deserved that. A defensive performance that has been fantastic for 80 minutes, and he manages to get himself on the end of it in the penalty area, and a simple header to make it Manchester United 11, Leeds United 1. Brilliant from Danny Armour.
Yeah, the keeper came out, Wood there's gone for a punch rather than catch. Armour just gets on the end of it, and as you pointed out, we've been saying time after time, good tackle, good block from Armour. This time he gets on the end of something to get on the score sheet.
A goal his performance has deserved. Admittedly, the majority of that performance has been a defensive one, but he put in a wicked crossfield ball in the first half to set up a Victor Musa goal. Now he's on the score sheet himself. Six goals for Victor Musa, 3 for Jimmy Thwaites, James Bailey and Danny Armour on the score sheet for Manchester United. It's Daniel Armour's second goal of the season. Prolific, but always a danger from those set pieces.
I put the right delivery in from a corner like it came in there, and he's going to give the keeper and everybody a problem just because they're getting the end of it. Easier said than done, but just had to make a connection there and he's going to score.
Fletcher putting some pressure on the goalkeeper. Devaney looking to win the ball in midfield but loses out. Leeds looking to get themselves into the penalty area. That's well read by Ngwashi. Manchester United play themselves out of trouble. Camerson almost plays himself back into trouble, but he gets away with it. Bailey gets the block in there to prevent the pass.
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Leeds moving in the wrong direction. Positive pass and positive movement from Coburn Bird gives Leeds an opportunity. Good footwork on the edge of the penalty area, but it runs clear, and then Danny Armour goes down under the challenge. And there is a free kick to Manchester United.
Yeah, I don't think the Leeds player mentioned kind of any sort of qualms about that. He's really pulled them at the ground.
He's probably been the brightest spot for Leeds, Kenneth Mensah, over the course of the game, but it's been quite a lonely spotlight. Gamerson. Comes back to Armour. Chance here for Pyrie. Good tackle again. How many times are we going to say it about Dan Armour today? Fletcher sees the run on that far side, picks it out brilliantly. Gabriel dispossessed by Mensah. A little bit late. Referee is going to play advantage here. Victor Musa retrieves possession, turns into space. Musa looking to add to the 6 that he's already got, puts it into the penalty area. Chance here for Manchester United. Down goes Gabriel, and the referee says no penalty. Leeds turn themselves out of trouble. Ball is fallen over. That was an opportunity, Arthur.
Yeah, it just looks as if he definitely got impeded, the young lad Gabriel.
Ball through again. Victor Musa's on the end of this one. Can he make it 7? He cannot. That's a decent challenge that goes in from Matkiewicz, maybe doing just enough to put the Manchester United captain off.
Yeah, they're more than enough, really. Just unsettled him there. I think she's going to get a shot away cleanly. Matkiewicz just gets across him, really, and the fact he's breathing down his neck, just enough to put him off.
Devaney tracking that ball across. Coburn Bird trying to deal with the relentless Jacob Devaney, and eventually the foul is given Coburn Bird's way, and I think that's a little unfortunate.
At least they're all ended up in smiles anyway. It's like a sort of greyhound round your nip at your ankles there.
Could hear Adam Lawrence as well. He was all for Jacob Devaney being terrier-like. Tay Plunkett launches the ball away. Gonna have another change here, I think, for Leeds. Onto the field comes Sam Alka. Lewis Pyrie is the man to make way. Had a tough afternoon. Lewis Pyrie trying to plough that very lone furrow up top. Leeds run the ball into the penalty area, just too much on it. Devaney. Armour comes back across to find Ngwashi. He's definitely got that in his locker. Lifts the ball forward. Quite like that from Ngwashi when he strides out from the back, Arthur.
Yeah, he's done that a few times, especially in the first half. Goes into space quickly and then sort of tries to slot it right through for one of the strikers, like he did do for one of Musa's goals.
Samuel Lassalle with the effort after the run down the left-hand side from Dante Plunkett, but lifts it over the bar and the goal kick is taken quickly. We've got 3 minutes of normal time remaining. I would be astonished if we add more than a minute or two at the end. The referee wily enough to realise that unnecessary to add too much injury time at the end of this one, especially with the scoreline reading all of the ones. One back by Plunkett. James Bailey comes across, finds Devaney, scoops it out to the left-hand side where Dante Plunkett knocks it into the penalty area. Gabriel shakes off his man, chops back onto his right foot, then is brought down in the penalty area. The referee says there's not enough in that for it to be a penalty. James Bailey almost having his shorts removed. There's another little nibble, and he rides that tackle as well. The referee at some point is going to have to try and protect James Bailey, who is getting battered from pillar to post, Arthur.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them there having a little bit of a go at him, but I think there's a bit of frustration coming in there with United sort of leading so handsomely. If you dribble with the ball, you're going to get sort of tackled, because this team obviously have been under the cosh from the word go, really.
Chance here for Lassalle. Lassalle! The crossbar. Well, if anybody else on the field deserves a goal, it's Samuel Lassalle for his work rate today, and that's as close as you can come without scoring.
Yeah, he's done very well, especially in the first half with a lot more of the ball. Just unlucky they're coming off the underside of the bar.
It's a lovely pirouette from Bailey, and he's evaded that tackle from Devaney, and he's evaded that tackle as well. Finds Musa in the penalty area. Victor Musa with the left-footed effort. I think that's come off the crossbar too and cleared away. Well, Manchester United have hit the woodwork 3 times on top of the 11 that they've scored, Arthur.
Just unlucky there. I don't think the keeper got a hand on that. It's just come off the crossbar again.
Devaney into the feet of Gabriel, and he has scored. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Manchester United. Picked him out in the penalty area, and the youngster slots home from the penalty spot to make it Manchester United 12, Leeds United 1.
Yeah, good finish by the young lad. He's been very unlucky on a couple of occasions, especially not to get a penalty. Good control with his left foot, slots it away with his right, and hopefully that'll be the first of many in the side. Good control and doesn't waste any time, just slots it away in the corner.
Just finds the space really well, doesn't he? Picked out. So you see what it means to him, the youngster. High fives all round. Well, I would imagine that will be it. We're not going to get much more than the final 30 seconds of this game. The referee will call it a day after that. Manchester United leading Leeds by 12 goals to 1. That is an incredible scoreline on an incredible afternoon of football that we've had from this Manchester United under-18s group. They have been absolutely relentless from beginning to end. Fletcher just keeps the ball ticking over. Camerson. I think the reason that this hasn't ended up 15 or 16, Arthur, has been more about the fact that Manchester United have, slightly taken their foot off the accelerator, because they didn't need to keep it on the accelerator.
Yeah, and that's to be expected, really. You always get that, or you seem to always get it when a team gets so far ahead. The second half, I'm not saying it's just fizzled out, but there's certainly the edge had been taken off it.
Gabriel again, going to get his shot away again. He's got himself a second. We aren't done yet. In stoppage time, the youngster doubles his tally for the day, and Manchester United move to 13-1 in stoppage time against Leeds United.
Yeah, great finish there. Plunkett doing the work on the left-hand side with the cross coming in. Good control, gets out of his feet, gets away from the defender, slots it away with his left foot, wrong foot in wood. No one that deserved really, because he got sort of hauled to the ground quite a few times, and just as soon as he came onto the pitch, there was a couple of tackles went in.
We're back underway. 13-1. Manchester United have overturned the goal difference to Manchester City. 11 at the start of the day, and now they have a +1 goal difference over Manchester City, whose gap at the top of the table with this win for United will be reduced to 2 points. Incredible, really. The referee has decided to add 2 minutes, a cursory 2 minutes, that feels like, Arthur. An unnecessary 2 minutes.
Well, I don't know whether they get sort of assessed all the time, but there's been quite a few substitutions, so he's bound to add on something.
Referee's not going to let it go much further than that, though. Full-time whistle goes, and Manchester United have beaten Leeds United by 13 goals to 1. The first 5 goals coming from Victor Musa, the next 3 from Jimmy Thwaites, starting with a free kick, 7-0, 8-0, Jimmy Thwaites. And then Victor Musa came back just before the break to make it 9-0 going in at half-time. Coming out after the break, James Bailey made it 10. Danny Armour made it 11-1 after Kenneth Mensah had got one back. And then Gabriel, right at the end, with a quick fire brace to make it 12-1 and 13-1 to Manchester United. An incredible afternoon of football at full time. Manchester United have beaten Leeds United by 13 goals to 1. Arthur, that is incredible.
Yeah, you can't